Did you know that in 2019, President Donald Trump tried to buy Greenland? This giant island, about the size of Western Europe, is 80% covered in ice and has the world's second largest ice sheet, second only to Antarctica. So why is it called Greenland? Viking Eric the Red gave it the name to attract settlers. In today's video, we'll explore Greenland's unique mate-sharing custom among the Inuit and its long, dark nights that can last nearly 6 months. Join us to discover the secrets of Greenland's culture and stunning landscapes. 1. History. Believe it or not, the United States has tried to purchase Greenland multiple times. The first recorded effort was in the year 1867, shortly after the U.S. Secretary of State arranged the purchase of Alaska from Russia. Although Greenland was considered, no official offer was made. At the time, Greenland was part of the Kingdom of Denmark, tied closely to the Danish crown. In the year 1979, Denmark granted Greenland autonomy, transferring many powers to its local government. Today, Greenland manages its own foreign affairs. This vast and remote land was originally colonized by Vikings in the 10th century, evolving into a key trading post and strategic location along North Atlantic sea routes. Over centuries, Greenland has been home to indigenous cultures like the Inuit, who adapted to its harsh and unforgiving conditions. Viking rule came to an end in the 15th century due to factors such as climate change, internal struggles, and the decline of vital trade routes. After the Viking era, Greenland remained largely isolated, with Inuit communities maintaining their deep-rooted traditions of hunting and fishing. In modern history, Greenland became a Danish territory again during the 18th century, achieved greater autonomy in the 1970s, and has grown in importance for global geopolitics due to its Arctic location. If you're intrigued by how history influences modern culture, consider how the Inuits' ancient custom of partners sharing reveals their ability to survive in an extreme environment. This tradition mirrors the strategic fascination with Greenland's geography, a land that has long captivated global powers with its unique challenges and possibilities. 2. Sharing partners. Inuit culture in Greenland, with its unique social traditions, has always been deeply shaped by the demands of a subsistence lifestyle in an unforgiving Arctic environment. These customs evolved to strengthen community ties and provide mutual support during the region's harsh and relentless winters. In Greenland's extreme conditions, survival required close-knit communities built on trust and cooperation. Sharing partners among families became a way to solidify alliances and create a strong sense of communal responsibility. Inuit families often lived in homes interconnected by underground tunnels, commonly known as igloos, allowing them to interact and support one another without stepping outside into the brutal Arctic weather. This close living arrangement encouraged collaboration and resource sharing, both of which were crucial to endure the long, challenging winters. The practice of partner sharing served practical purposes beyond social bonding. By exchanging wives, families could ensure genetic diversity in the small and isolated communities, helping to prevent inbreeding. It also enabled the sharing of resources and labor, a vital strategy during periods of scarcity when survival depended on collective effort. Today, this ancient custom has largely faded. Modernization and evolving societal values have significantly altered traditional Inuit lifestyles in Greenland. External factors such as economic changes and the impacts of climate change have played a significant role in reshaping these age-old practices. What are your thoughts on the Inuits' ancient tradition of sharing partners to foster community bonds and adapt to one of the planet's harshest environments? How does this compare to how we form and sustain our own communities in modern times? Share your perspective in the comments below. 3. Snow blindness. Picture yourself journeying for hours across endless, snow-covered landscapes with the sun's intense rays bouncing off the white surface directly into your eyes. Over time, this exposure can cause a painful condition known as snow blindness. Snow blindness, or photochoroiditis, is a common issue in Greenland, where the vast expanses of snow and ice magnify the reflection of ultraviolet rays. This condition is comparable to getting a sunburn on your eyes, leading to symptoms such as eye pain, redness, blurred vision, tearing, and even temporary loss of vision. It can occur after just a few hours of bright sunlight exposure without proper eye protection. In Greenland, the danger of snow blindness is particularly severe due to the intense summer sunlight and the pervasive snow. The region's unique environment, including the midnight sun during summer, results in prolonged ultraviolet exposure. Even in winter, the sun's rays remain powerful because of the reflective nature of the snow and ice. For anyone spending extended time in these shimmering, icy landscapes, snow blindness is a constant risk. 4. The polar night. If you ever plan a trip to Greenland, you might witness one of nature's most captivating spectacles, the polar night. Simply put, this is a time lasting up to 6 months in Greenland's northernmost regions when the sun never rises. During this phenomenon, daylight is almost non-existent, with only a faint glow around midday offering brief respite from the darkness. The polar night occurs because of Earth's axial tilt, which is approximately 23.5 degrees. This tilt causes the Arctic Circle to lean away from the sun during winter, plunging areas within the circle, including northern Greenland, into prolonged darkness. In Kanahak and other northern regions of Greenland, the polar night doesn't start with complete darkness. In October and November, twilight periods occur as the sun lingers just below the horizon, casting dim natural light during the day. But by December, the darkness deepens, creating the true polar night, when sunlight disappears entirely. This extended darkness can have a profound effect on the well-being of residents. Seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, is common due to the lack of sunlight. Many people rely on light therapy to help alleviate its symptoms. Despite these challenges, Greenland's resilient communities have adapted, finding ways to remain active and connected during these long months of night. Before we continue, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying this, take 10 seconds to hit that subscribe button. Your support means everything to us, and in return, we promise to bring you even more amazing stories. Deal 5. Cultural coexistence. In Greenland, the coexistence of Inuit and Danish traditions forms a captivating blend of cultures. As an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark, Greenland offers a remarkable fusion of customs and lifestyles from both worlds. Inuit culture, deeply rooted in the indigenous people of Greenland, is defined by a strong respect for nature and a close relationship with the Arctic environment. This culture reflects a nomadic way of life shaped by survival in extreme conditions, including practices such as seal and whale hunting, ice fishing, and building igloos. Inuktitut, the Inuit language, is one of Greenland's official languages and is still widely spoken by many residents. Danish culture, on the other hand, has left a significant mark on Greenland, particularly during the colonial period. The Danes introduced Christianity, Western-style education, and administrative systems to the island. While Greenland has gained autonomy, Danish influence remains visible in areas such as architecture, cuisine, and daily life. Greenland's National Day, celebrated every June, honors the territory's autonomy and unique cultural identity. The celebrations highlight a vibrant cultural mix, featuring Inuit music, art, and craftsmanship alongside Danish literature, music, and culinary traditions. This fascinating interplay of Inuit and Danish elements creates a rich and diverse cultural tapestry on the island. It's a place where the traditions of two vastly different worlds converge, enriching life in this remote and extraordinary land. 6. Largest national park. Greenland is home to the world's largest national park, spanning over 972,000 square kilometers, or roughly 375,000 square miles. Established on May 22, 1974, it was later expanded to its current size in the year 1988, encompassing the entire northeastern region of Greenland. To put its size into perspective, this park is larger than most countries. Northeast Greenland National Park features breathtaking landscapes, including massive ice sheets, rugged mountains, and vast fjords. Around 80% of the park is permanently cloaked in ice, shaping its extreme climate and unique ecosystem. Despite the harsh conditions, the northern and southern coasts experience relatively sunny summers, earning the northernmost area the nickname Arctic Riviera. While the park has no permanent human settlements, it is home to several research and military stations that operate year-round. Among these are the Zackenberg Research Station and the headquarters of the Sirius Patrol, an elite Danish military unit responsible for patrolling and maintaining sovereignty in this remote region. During the summer months, the park becomes a hub for scientists and occasional tourists, many arriving on cruise ships. The park also holds significant archaeological sites linked to Paleo-Inuit and Neo-Inuit cultures. The frigid Arctic climate has remarkably preserved ancient artifacts like tent rings and tools, providing invaluable insights into early human survival strategies and lifestyles in these extreme conditions. If exploring a national park larger than most countries fascinates you, wait until you discover the incredible wildlife that thrives in Greenland, each species uniquely adapted to life in this harsh yet awe-inspiring Arctic environment. 7. Diverse fauna. Greenland's wildlife is incredibly diverse and astonishingly adapted to its extreme Arctic environment. The island is home to iconic mammals like polar bears, musk oxen, Arctic foxes, and seals, all of which are perfectly suited to endure relentless cold and limited resources. Greenland also hosts a remarkable array of seabirds, including puffins, guillemots, and Arctic terns, making it an essential nesting and breeding ground. The surrounding waters teem with marine life, from countless species of fish to whales and seals, forming a critical hub for migratory species. On land, polar bears are most commonly found along the northeastern coast, where they depend on sea ice to hunt seals. Arctic foxes, with their sharp instincts and adaptability, roam across the island, feeding on lemmings and birds. Musk oxen thrive in the western regions, while herds of reindeer migrate across the landscape, playing a central role in Greenlandic hunting traditions. In the marine ecosystem, seals such as ringed, harp, and hooded seals dominate, alongside magnificent whales like humpbacks and narwhals. Walruses are primarily found in the northern and eastern waters, adding to the rich diversity of marine life. Greenland's birdlife is equally captivating, featuring species such as the white-tailed eagle, rock ptarmigan, Atlantic puffin, and northern fulmar. These birds, along with the island's mammals and marine creatures, are deeply woven into Greenlandic culture, serving not only ecological purposes but also cultural and subsistence roles that highlight their profound significance. 8. Extreme races. Greenland hosts some of the world's most extreme races, set amidst its rugged and awe-inspiring landscapes. Among the most famous is the Arctic Circle race, widely regarded as the toughest ski competition on Earth. This grueling 3-day, 60-kilometer event pushes cross-country skiers to their limits. Participants must camp and cook for themselves over 2 nights, often enduring temperatures that plunge below -20 degrees Celsius. Another challenging event is the Nuuk Marathon, considered one of the hardest urban marathons in the world. Marathon enthusiasts can also compete in races held across various locations in Greenland, such as the Arctic Circle Marathon in Kangerlussuaq, also known as the Polar Circle Marathon. These races, along with events in Sisimiut and Qeqertortok, offer opportunities for adventure seekers to test their stamina. For those looking for something less demanding, Greenland also provides numerous shorter race options. If the thrill of Greenland's extreme races excites you, you'll be equally intrigued by the dramatic transformations happening to its ice sheets, a phenomenon reshaping the island and impacting global sea levels at an alarming rate. Stay tuned. 9. Melting ice sheets. Greenland's ice is disappearing at an alarming rate, losing about 270 billion tons every year. This dramatic loss contributes significantly to rising global sea levels, accounting for roughly 30 to 35% of the overall increase. Greenland's melting seasons are becoming more intense and starting earlier than in past decades. For instance, the year 2024 season began sooner and showed higher melting levels compared to those in the 1980s and 1990s. As the ice retreats, it reveals bedrock and vegetation that absorb more solar energy than ice, further accelerating the melting process. This phenomenon impacts not only global sea levels but also local ecosystems and indigenous practices that depend on the land and ice. Scientists use satellite data, such as NASA's Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment, or GRACE, to monitor these changes, highlighting the urgent need for climate action to address these pressing challenges. 10. Cuisine. Greenlandic cuisine is a true culinary gem, showcasing the local culture and traditions through its use of native ingredients such as seal meat, whale, reindeer fish, and fresh seafood. One of the most iconic dishes in Greenland is kiviak, a traditional delicacy made by fermenting seabirds inside seal skin for several months. While it may sound unusual to some, this dish is highly valued by locals and considered a prized delicacy. Hunting and fishing play a vital role in Greenlandic life, making fresh meat and fish essential to the local diet. Another standout dish in Greenlandic cuisine is suasat, a rich and hearty stew prepared with reindeer or muskox meat, vegetables, and aromatic herbs. Slow cooked to perfection, this stew enhances the meat's tenderness and flavors, creating a comforting and satisfying meal. 11. Oldest rocks on Earth. Greenland is home to the oldest rocks on Earth, offering a fascinating glimpse into the planet's early history. These ancient formations are primarily found in the Isua supracrustal belt in southwestern Greenland. The rocks here are estimated to be around 3.7 to 3.8 billion years old, making them among the oldest ever discovered. Scientists from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute have conducted extensive research on these rocks. Using uranium lead dating, they confirmed their incredible age and analyzed preserved magnetic signatures within iron oxide minerals. These signatures suggest that Earth's magnetic field, while weaker, has remained relatively stable for billions of years. Another intriguing site is Aquilia Island, where sedimentary rocks are believed to contain the earliest evidence of life on Earth. These formations, also around 3.8 billion years old, have sparked significant scientific research and debate over their origins and implications. If Greenland's ancient rocks offer a window into Earth's earliest days, the plight of polar bears today reminds us of the urgent environmental challenges we face. This delicate balance between our planet's past and its future highlights the need for sustainable action. 12. Polar bears and climate change. In Greenland, polar bears are facing grave challenges as a result of climate change. The melting Arctic sea ice, which these magnificent animals depend on to hunt seals, their primary food source, is disappearing rapidly due to rising temperatures. This loss of sea ice is forcing polar bears to adapt in unprecedented ways, putting their survival at serious risk. One extraordinary adaptation has been observed in a unique group of polar bears in southeast Greenland. These bears have managed to survive despite being cut off from sea ice for most of the year. They rely on freshwater ice slabs that break off from the Greenland ice sheet and coastal glaciers. These floating chunks of glacier ice provide temporary platforms for hunting seals, offering a rare lifeline amid the broader climate crisis. However, this adaptation is specific to southeast Greenland and is not viable for polar bears across the Arctic. Despite these remarkable behaviors, the outlook for polar bears remains bleak if global warming continues at its current pace. A recent study by the University of Washington and Polar Bears International directly links greenhouse gas emissions to the declining polar bear population. The study warns that without significant reductions in emissions, polar bears will continue to lose their habitat, resulting in even steeper declines in their numbers. This research highlights the urgent need for global action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect polar bears along with other species affected by climate change. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.